Sup nerds, welcome to the Omni4Game podcast, episode 94. I'm Sean, I'm joined with Chris and Brandon as always.
Sup guys, this week's Omni4Game recap. We go over our locals as always, and then we do just your comment questions this week. Should be a pretty simple episode. So if you like this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.
First topic, locals recap. Who's going first for Tren?
Oh, didn't you just have it pulled up? I thought you were gonna...
Me. I think that's pretty obvious.
Wow.
So
that's pretty sure it was gross.
So did we only play? We only played 2 rounds, right?
3 rounds. You just said you checked it.
But I didn't have anything written down for my 3rd round.
You probably got the bye then.
No.
Round 3 was against Dante.
Yep.
It was the suck off.
So
the
Josh, what was weird about that, man?
Off?
Yeah. I literally said that.
Josh sent me this list. I had already seen. I hadn't looked at lists about it, but I had heard the rumblings of this version of Machine Dramon that people were playing, where they were using the McGee Dramon bottom, but with the BT19 Chimeramons, which I already knew about that Chimeramon because older Machine Dramon lists before the new support were playing that card in different kind of variances. So I decided to try that build because, again, I was just going to try every build of Machine Dramon because why not? So my first night playing it, still trying to figure it out. It's still a pretty simple deck, but there's little intricacies. Round 1, played against Dia. Terrible matchup, turns out. They have access to D-Evo, lots of it. They have access to Diaboromon, which interrupts the Chimeramon play, the entire combo starter. Basically, when Chimeramon's on deletion triggers and you play out it's not the Chimeramon's effect, I'm sorry. The Growlmon X's effect to play out the body. He can interrupt that. Not interrupt it, because there's no real interruptions. But his effect triggers, which would delete my Guillaumon, so now my Chimeramon's effect can't finish, so I can't play my Machine Dramon off that.
Correct.
If he opens up fast enough, and with the Rush inheritable, he can just kill me really fast, because this deck can be kind of slow at filling my trash up with my level 5s. So that's one of the things that is wrong with that deck, and the lack of, again, just like with the purple base version, because again this is just another purple base version. If you don't see analog, man, you can't play your option.
Quit licking me.
Which is so important. I'm sorry, I'll stop. Which is extremely important to the deck because you can play out your Machine Dramon, but if you don't have Rush, you can't attack with it. It's just sitting there for an entire turn doing nothing, which happens.
Yeah, what good is it?
Yeah. So I lost that match. Round 2, played against Burbs. Violated by Josh. He was playing the Oryumon and Oryukenmon combo.
Go lay down.
And games 1 and 2 were both really close and fun. He pulled off the combo on me game 1. No, I'm sorry, game 2. So I won game 1. And then game 2 he did the combo because I opened up pretty slow and wasn't able to play. And then he eventually did it. Game 3 lasted 4 turns. I'm saying he got the combo right away and killed me like it was no tomorrow. He just showed how explosive that deck could be if he just opens up the right cards. He was apologizing because I'm sorry, that wasn't even a real game. I was like, hey, you see it, it happens. That's the whole point of that combo. It does that.
Yeah, you run those cards for a reason.
Yeah, if you wombo me, you wombo me. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. You're just playing your deck. Then round 3, played against another entirely awful matchup, which is Zephagamon. Because they have access to Zephagamon Ace and Medieval Gallantmon. Medieval Gallantmon stops the Chimeramon combo, so I have to answer that first.
Mm-hmm.
And then Zephygamon Ace can bottom deck EX1 Machine Dramon. You're like, but Chris, what about EX9? Okay. So I played the exact list that Josh sent me because I like to build the list and then I play it, see what feels off to me, and then I make changes like how I would want to make changes to it. So I didn't have any access to D-Evo, which I had already was like, this is weird, but obviously this player saw some results with it, so let's see what they were feeling when they played this. So I didn't have any D-Evo, couldn't answer the medieval if it was Digivolved on top of. I had no way to clear consistently. And then, so we tied 1-1 because I can have an explosive play where I can just kill him really quick. And then and then one game he just sat there and was just like, I'm just going to kill you slowly because you can't play the game because you can't out my medieval. So that was game 3, or that was round 3. We ended up tying. So that was Tuesday for me.
Okay. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Just didn't win a single match. It's cool.
That's why it was
Wonder
the
if that
suck off
trend
in
will
round
continue.
3.
Yeah.
If we had more time, I would have won. I would have won game 3 against Dante, but
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
could sure would have.
I'll go next. I went Omni DNA again. I cannot play the Garu Loop deck because my cards haven't showed up. Sag. That's a whole other story there. So I played against Ben playing Puppets round 1. He just killed me 0-2. Game 1, I needed War Greymon in my hand before I started my play. Yeah, but those aren't Altars. Them's poor people Altaresses.
Yeah.
My Alter S's came in before yours, Brandon.
No, I had mine already. I got 3 Altarts immediately.
But what about the ones you ordered?
Yeah, no, that took 2 weeks for the dude to just be like, alright, bye, I guess you're not getting your cards. I was like, alright, cool, cancel my damn order then, you jag off.
After they price spiked.
Yep. So. Yeah, so I needed the Wargrave before I passed turn. Didn't see it, so I died. Otherwise, I would have just murdered him. Game 2, he ruined me out of the game. I put an Uko in the Raising, and he went into Ruin mode. And I was just like, oh, I'm not escaping this. Because my deck can't promote through a Ruin mode no matter. There's no ability to do that. And with how my hand was, I needed that Uko to promote and search me some cards, draw me some cards with the Memory Setter tie. But yeah, so I basically didn't even get to play game 2. Round 2, I played against Dante playing the Zephyga deck. Got that one 2-1. Game 1, I was just able to Alter S him for game. It was nothing fancy, nothing crazy. I just weighed out his immunity and then go for broke with Alter S. Not his immunity affects me anymore with Alter S, but if I have Omni Ace instead of Alter S, I do have to worry about that. Game 2, I was drawing all of my Melgas, but only one Gabu. If my BT-15 would have died when I swung out with it, whether he killed it or bot decked it, it didn't matter what he did to it. I could have miraculously Gabu back out and used another 15 Melga to stun the game out some more. But it lived, and I lost. Because I just wasn't seeing anything but Metal Gurumon. And then game 3, he was able to block my Alter S, because I didn't realize he was going to have the DP to be bigger than him. He had the Shoto that gave, and then I think the Zephyga gives extra DP as well. The starter deck one, I think, is. So he blocks it, and I'm like, oh, I just wasted an Alter S. But luckily for me, he couldn't stop 2 more of them, the towers. So I managed to get game 3, because he wasn't able to kill me, because I just stunned his cards. Round 3, I played against Josh. He was playing Burbs, as Chris already said. So game 1, I Melga stunned him just continuously all the game out. BT-15 Melgate coming in clutch. Even through that, he was able to clear all 5 of my security, even after I was just stunning multiple cards on his board. So, like, that was crazy. But I do eventually get through and kill him with Alter S. He basically needed a Tame in his hand to kill me. Because well, not kill me, himself from just hard losing on the spot. He had the ace, the Garuda ace in his hand, and I had Omni aced him like the turn prior. So obviously he plays that for +1 memory because of the overflow. But he didn't have the tamer, so he had to hard drop Alpha Oryukin just to kill it. Because that is the only way he doesn't just lose on the spot. And then I was just able to promote and double Alter S him. The overflow I was getting back from him, and I just killed him. Because 2 Alter S's is all you need to 5 security. It's pretty good.
Is that it?
Alright, Sean. Yeah, that's everything.
Your internet is worse today, by the way.
Am I cutting out a lot?
Yeah.
It's weird because I'm not freezing. I'm wondering if it's like my headset.
It is I'm not watching your video, but your audio is cutting out. So I played Magnex DNA since I couldn't record at Trinity, and I felt like taking a free dub. Round 1 played against Josh playing Burbs. That was the only matchup where I was actually like concerned over the course of each game that I could lose like at any moment, just because that deck can just kill you out of nowhere. End up winning game 1. Game 2, I make a very subtle misplay, assuming I have an extra turn before he promotes and starts doing stuff, and I play Davis instead of Davis and Kin, and I never have a chance to play Davis and Kin for the rest of the game, and because of that I couldn't DNA without passing turn, so it cost me too much tempo, and I ended up losing that, and then I won game 3. All 3 games were close though. That is a very scary deck. Game 2 played against Diaboromon. I can't remember which game it was, if it was either game 1 or game 2, but I think it was game 2. Game 1 I think I won pretty easily. Game 2 he ended up with like 15 plus dudes on the field, and I just set up to where I could paladin him and just killed him. No. I paladin him game 1. Game 2, I Pyodramon him like 3 times in 1 turn to kill him. I forced him to ace me. He aced me with the Ace Dia. I DNA'd into a new Pyodramon, swung into security. The first check de-evo'd me, played another Dia token, and I already had another body on the field, so I evo'd into another level 4, DNA'd into another Pyodramon, swung 2 more times, and then premoed into Magnex to kill him. Ended up winning 2-0. And then round 3 played against Ben, playing Puppets again. Puppets still suck. Game 1 I bricked. I saw like 2 rookies and no level 4s for the entirety of the game, and I was like, damn, I guess this is karma for saying how bad his deck sucks. I'm just gonna lose like this. So he ends up winning game 1 pretty easily. I literally don't do anything. Game 2, I open up a playable hand, but it's like kind of awkward, but it ends up still working out for me. I ended up paladin moding him and killing him. And then game 3, I high roll the bejesus out of him. I do to him what I did to Brandon the previous week. I think, did he let me go first? He must have. He let me go first. I Evo into Promo Vmon, Evo into Lydramon to set him to 2. He does something. I play Davis and Kin to pass turn. He promotes, I think. No. He went first. I'm sorry. I Evo into Promo Vmon, hard play Davis and Kin to pass turn. He promotes, goes into a level 4, and doesn't do anything that I really care about. I have everything in my hand to DNA and to Pyodramon, which I guess it's not really much because I'm missing XVmon is what I'm missing. I play the other promo Vmon in my hand from the Davis and Kin, Evo and Elijahmon for 1, suspend is level 4, swing into it, draw 2 cards. One of them is XVmon. Survive the check, Evo and XVmon, DNA into Pyodramon. Swing 2 more times, draw more cards, Primo into Magna X, swing 2 more times, draw more cards, draw 11 cards off the inheritables, and then play Memory Boost to set him to his 3 because he has a Memory Setter on the field. And I have Paladin and another Primo in my hand, so even if he chokes me to 1, I can Paladin mode him and kill him through whatever he does with his deck.
Hate you.
Yeah, so I had guaranteed game on what was coming up on my 3rd turn. Like, Ben was trying to figure out how to ruin mode me and choke me to 1 because he's like, I already had Paladin mode in my hand, but when I activated the Memory Boost, I added another Paladin because there was nothing else to add. I was like, I guess he can just know I have it in my hand. And because of the Memory Boost and the Davis and Kin, he had to 3/3. Yeah, he had to choke me to 2 or less to keep me from Paladin moding without passing turn, assuming I don't have a Primo in my hand. But I had a Primo in my hand. I knew I did, so it didn't matter what he did. But he did something. He ended up not ruin moding me, I don't think, and choked me to 1, and I just showed him Primo before I drew my hand or drew for turn. So I ended up winning that. Puppets still suck. He only took a game off me because I bricked, and I came in first at Trinity. Am I first for TVS? No, Chris is first. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we all know Chris. Come on now.
I forgot.
So, because Brandon doesn't know how to set up the tournament, ties counted as losses. So, round 1 I played against Bloomlord because Sean finally decided to bring it after weeks and weeks.
It has been in my bag every week. I was only able to record this past week. Or yesterday, I guess.
So I played against Bloom, made the appropriate changes I wanted to. Deck did feel better, but it still has its issues. I think you got game 1.
I did.
I got game 2. I had a pretty, explosive play where he didn't expect me to be able to kill him through 4 security.
Yeah, because I could have forced you to burn sources out of your machine because I had a medieval in my hand, but I was like, it's fine. I'll just set up to kill him on the next turn, and then you just killed me through 4 security. And I was like, oh, okay, I didn't realize that could happen.
Yeah, and then game 3, couldn't play the game. He killed me real easy.
You played the game. You put 3 machine Dramons on the field. I just had to burn through all of them.
Those machine Dramons did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Correct, because I outed them on my turn every time, but you still put 3 of them on the field.
You did play them.
That couldn't attack, that couldn't block, that were just sitting there. Not even menacingly.
They were sitting there menacingly. I kept outing them.
You could have killed me. You could have killed me without outing them. I love that you're like, I have to out those. I have to. I'm sitting there with 3 security. You have 4 bodies. You're like, does he have blocker? No. How big is he? 12. You asked that 2 or 3 times 2 times during 1 turn. You have 4 swings.
I asked his DP multiple times during the match. I do remember that because I was like, how big is he?
I'm sitting there. I don't have the tamer in my hand. I have all 3 option cards in my hand. So I know there's nothing in my security that stops you from killing.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
I know that, but I'm sitting there watching that, knowing that.
So
you know what I mean?
You are playing removal options because you're playing the attack of the heavy mobile dudes, and I've checked it as security at least once or twice in games 1 and 2. So I knew it's not smart for me to just try to kill you and just leave your machine.
No, I know, but imagine me sitting there knowing.
I understand that you're like, damn, just kill me. But if you had been like, hey, I don't have any of these in my security, I would have been like, okay, I'll just kill you.
No, because I'm still trying to win. I'm not gonna just give it to you.
So don't complain that I was playing optimally by outing your machine Dramon, just being like, kill you next time, Batman.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, like, I'm sitting there suffering.
That sounded like
please, God. No complaints here. It was funny. I was dying. I was like, please, God, help me. So anyways, I end up losing to Sean. And then round 2, I played against Jessamon. It was Chris again, new player from the week before. It was more me versus me, because he's still learning the game. He's still figuring stuff out. It took almost all 45 minutes of our round for game 1.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I can help him like when he digivolves and make sure he's drawing and playing cards and making sure he's doing everything properly. Helping him out with his plays and stuff, but I can't make him play faster. You know what I mean? He's got, like, I can try and, like, usher him along, but I'm not trying to make him feel uncomfortable to the point where he's like, no, you know, doesn't want to play the game. Because, you know, I want to be nice to people who are new to the game and try and help them get better.
Yeah.
Now, I told him last week, I said, Just wants a crazy first deck to try and play.
Yes.
It was crazy, because there's a lot going on in it. Anyways, game 1, I ended up winning. Game 2, we barely had any time, but he opened up so optimally, I basically killed myself.
You did.
Step by step going through it with him, explaining to him how to do it, and then I killed myself with his deck.
Can confirm, I did watch you coach him through it, because you're like, don't swing with this guy, because it doesn't have summoning sickness. You alliance with the guy that you just played, so you can kill me.
So, we end up tying. And then round 3, Brandon gave me the bye because he sucks. Because, again, ties were somehow losses last night. So, because he doesn't know how to set up a tournament, this guy.
Yeah, it definitely has nothing to do with the system. And the fact that TBS just didn't have any of them set up to begin with.
Well, it's good that you admit it, Brandon.
And all I wanted to do was play DM. All I wanted to do was play DM version 1 and 2 Alter S. I wanted to play that, but of course my Alter S's and my last 2 analog use were all stuck in Texas during the flood.
You also
got forever to get here.
You also got teased last night.
I did get teased. So everyone was like, "What do you need to play it?" And I was like, 3 Alter S's and 2 analog use. And I had already asked Will to bring the analog use because I was like, it says my Alter S's should be showing up today, so I'm under the assumption I'm playing it tonight. So Will's like, okay, I'll bring them. So he brought them, and then my Alter S's didn't show up because again they were stuck in Texas, and so I get there and I'm like upset. I'm like, damn, I wanted to play this, and everyone goes, well, what do you need? I tell them. Josh goes, I have an Alter S you can borrow. Will goes, I have an Alter S you can borrow. Ben goes, I have an Alter S you can borrow. I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome. How crazy is that? I said, let me get them. Ben is the only one that turned around and handed me an Alter S. Josh and Will both forgot theirs. Or didn't forget them, they just didn't have them on them. They were at the house.
Yeah.
But then I get the mail today, and yeah.
There they are.
Guess what I can't play for 2 weeks, almost.
Basically.
Yeah. So, you know, that was awesome. Good. Trying. So. I don't know who's next between you two.
Oh, it's me because tiebreakers are awful because Brandon doesn't know how to set up a tournament, from what I understand.
That's right.
Definitely my fault.
It is.
Because we played, I had no help towards you.
Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, playing Chris was my downfall. Round 1 played against Chris. I did bloom things. Basically just touched myself. And game 2, I touched myself, but I left his guy on the field. And I could have medievaled it to at least burn either 2 or 4 of his sources. I can't remember if I had enough stuff to where I could Alliance Vortex into him to burn 2 more. But either way, he wouldn't have been able to kill me if I had at least burned 2 of them. And he just killed me through 4 security on his next turn. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize that could happen. I should have been a little more cautious about that. So I learned from my mistake in game 3. I never passed turn when he had a machine drum on the field. I made sure it was dead before I allowed it to be his turn again. I definitely cleared at least 3 machine dramons over the course of game 3. And there were security options because he's playing attack the heavy mobile dudes, so I knew not to just try to kill him, even though he's like, I don't have blocker, and I'm like, cool, you still play removal. If I just try to YOLO you and check a whole bunch of stuff that's beneficial to you and can't kill you and then can out your machine dramon, I probably just lose like I did game 2. So anyway, win game 3. He finally runs out of machine dramons. And round 2 played against Will, which I'm sure also was not a good tiebreaker for me. He was playing Negamon, and I was like, dang, that sucks for you because Josh has already tried this deck like a couple weeks ago at Trinity, and he deduced that it is just as bad as it seems on paper. So yeah, like his deck is way too slow. I basically was just playing I was just go fishing my deck. Like he would put a dude on the field and I'd just be like, okay, my turn, spawn like 5 dudes, blow up your guy. If you don't out this board, I kill you. So I end up winning game 1 very easily, and Will is like, can I just give you game 2 so I can play Chronicle? And I thought about it and I was like, I'm not going to be able to post this match anyway, so sure, you can play Chronicle, because like game 2 was probably just going to be more of the same, and that's not a postable match. It just would have been me playing with myself basically. So he played Chronicle. Exact same thing happened to him. I 2-0'd him in like 15 minutes. I don't even he went into a mega 1 time and I promptly got rid of it, and that's the most he did over the course of 2 games.
Yeah, but his Chronicle list is weird. We went over that.
He changed it. He put in his 4th Oryukin and cut the other 7s for other things.
Thank God.
Yeah. But yeah, he never went into a level 7, and he went into a mega once. I just killed him way too quick, both games. And then round 3 played against Brandon playing Omni DNA. Game 1 by Brandon. Game 1 I ended up winning. I guess it was kind of back and forth, kind of hard to say. Game 2, I opened up really slowly, and I probably should have promoted just to force him to do stuff to my board, because he kind of just Ricky rushed me down for like the first half of the game, and I just waited too long to like try to do stuff to like force him to out my board. So I ended up winning that, and then game 3, we ended up going into time. I had 2 choices on my last turn in time. He had 6 security because he alter-ested me once. I could potentially have lethaled him if I drew into a rookie with what I had on my field, and he did not have the ability to Omni-Ace me because he had a suspended Wargrave on the field. Or I could have played it super safe and just Puppet Mod his Wargrave because I could de-evo it and bot deck it. And like basically just choked him to 1 or 2 to where he probably couldn't kill me through 2 security. I ended up YOLOing it because I was like, I might as well, because I think I can still keep myself from dying even if he does Omni-Ace me. He does have the Omni-Ace. I wouldn't have drawn into the rookie anyway, so I couldn't have killed him. I just could have put him to 0 security. He Omni-Aced me, and then I Puppet Mod him, de-evoed the Omni-Ace down to a rookie, and choked him to 1, and he couldn't kill me on his turn, thankfully, and ended up drawing. And came in 4th due to the awful tiebreakers, because drawing gives you 0 points in that tournament format for some reason. So yeah.
So I think what happened is they didn't have the tournament already set up, so they had to do a set up instant local play. And I think for that tournament in particular, because obviously I'm not the one setting it up, I'm just one who runs it. I think for that tournament in particular, there's no choice but to run a best of 1 format.
Which is awful.
Which makes 0 sense.
Yeah.
Because they didn't give you the option or anything.
Yeah, this isn't Japan.
Yeah, right. So, basically, I could still input the inputs as if they were a best of 3.
Except
except for the buy and for draws. For the buy, it would only ever give a 1-0, and if I tried to change it to 2-0, it wouldn't let me. And then for the draws, it would only ever say 1-1. It wouldn't have the additional option for a 1.
And that gifted 0 points to both participants of that match.
Yes. Which screwed both me and Sean, because that meant we both got bubbled down to 3rd and 4th.
Screwed me harder, though, because it screwed my tiebreaker on top of it.
Chris, you were bottom of the barrel to begin with. I don't think it mattered.
I could have potentially played round 3 and had a better result.
Also, it affected me because he's my tiebreaker and he got 0 points in a match that he should have gotten 1 point for.
Yep.
If I would have played anyone else at the lower tables, I would have won.
Yes. I would agree with that. Negamon is basically a bye.
It also affected me because I unfortunately got to buy round 1. So I didn't even get a full match.
That's not even bad, though. A bye is not bad.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, instead of a 2-0 win...
Irrelevant. It doesn't affect your game win percentage, doesn't affect your match win percentage, it does not impact you.
Sure.
Check
round 2... Round 2, I played against Caleb. He's playing Dio. Good old Dio Boromon. So game 1 was a non-game. He bricked so hard he had to play level 4 to start the game.
Dio Boromon?
And,
yeah, it was Dio all along.
Yeah, you just don't get JoJo's references.
You're right, I'm not a weeb.
Damn. Anyway, so he had to hard play level 4 just to start the game, and then I out it, and then, like, he's passing turn, basically. So I just killed him super fast just to get that game over with. Game 2, he was actually able to play the game, and he hard drops Armageddon, the one that stops my Wind Digivolving my level 7s. Thankfully...
$60 alt-art.
Yeah, 60. Some would say $60 alt-art.
Only mine. Only mine.
Yeah. Only you. So, luckily for me, it does not stop my when attacking skills and my end of attack skills, which is very important because I go into Alter S. He's not immune, so I'm vulnerable. If I hit something out of security, or if he's able to block it with Big Enough Dude, I'm just screwed. I mean, the blocking with Big Enough Dude is always a problem. But luckily, he wasn't.
So is swinging into something big.
Well, the Armageddon's 15. So, like, you know what I'm saying? If he has any way to swing over me.
Yeah, but you made it sound like being invulnerable would make it to where battles in the security.
Hence why I said that really didn't matter for the digivolving part.
Alright, anyway, go ahead.
Anyway. So, luckily for me, I didn't hit anything massive in security, and he wasn't able to block, so I just kept spawning my dudes out, going into more Alter S's and doing the whole shindig. I wasn't touching his board, but I was still killing him. And, of course, I was very squishy at that point, because I know he plays removal options.
He always does.
Yeah, checked out to the teeth, baby.
So I did get that 2-0. And then round 3 was against Sean. He kind of already talked about it. Game 1, he was able to, like, just OTK me as I struggled for pieces. Game 2, I was able to wombo combo him with the Omni while he was playing a little more passively than I think he should have been. And then Game 3...
You slow played him.
No, listen, you're going to sit there and say that, but giving him 1 extra memory matters in that deck.
It really doesn't.
I think it matters.
Well, of course you do. That's why you did it.
I would always rather give my opponent 1 more memory
and have
for the benefits of raising an Ukomon, searching, drawing off a Koromon if I attack, and then the ties as well. That's just me.
I agree with Chris. Like, if it's the difference between having a rookie coming out of raising and having nothing there, I would give my opponent an extra memory.
Yeah,
that's what
I know for a fact I have the Miraculous, I have the Memory Setter, and I have the 2 level 6s just Omni4Game Mew.
You just would have killed me on your next turn if you had just put a rookie in.
I did that anyway.
Not on your next turn. The
Whatever.
match was extended by like 10 plus minutes because
I do not think it was 10 minutes.
It was. My turn took a while.
Well, that's on you for taking a while.
His turns do take a while.
Yeah, I have to sit there and do stuff,
I'm not
dude.
the one slow playing. If I take 3 minutes for my turn and you take 7 minutes for your turn, I'm just saying I'm not the issue.
It is when you could have just killed me and ended the game already. Yes, it's your fault.
I'm not the issue.
Your fault.
No.
It's all you.
Stop touching yourself.
Say it was crazy when me and Sean played. My turn consisted of draw, play Analog Man, and then it was Sean's turn, and then it was like a 20-minute turn.
Nope.
I start to feel bad because I'm just like I'm just doing, you know, I'm just Evo play, suspend, play, suspend, play.
And then game 3, I was 1 memory away from killing him in turns. If that puppet ace play did not put me to 1, and if I would have seen any other tamers other than the BT-17 ones, I could actually potentially kill him.
What you should have done.
Unfortunately.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, unfortunately, he gave me 1 memory, so I can't miraculous and keep turn.
Yeah, screw you. What you should have done is you should have let me check as much as your security as I could without killing you, and then you just could have omni-aced the lethal swing.
I thought of that too afterwards. I was like, do I just let the attacks go through and make him think I don't have the Omni? But then I was like, but if he draws into a puppet and de-evos the Wargray, it's all for nothing.
I had 2 puppets.
Because I was really worried.
Dog.
Yeah. So like, as soon as you start swinging, just to end your turn, you probably just go into the puppet.
Yeah, but I would not puppet you before I swung for lethal. I did not have enough memory to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, you didn't have the ability to lethal me, so you 100% puppet me.
Yeah,
Either way, I'm getting puppeted.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have known I couldn't lethal you until I evoed into Bloom and drew the last card that I was going to draw. And that's what would have determined if I could kill you or not. Because if I drew Ricky off that, I evo and raising, tap Mimi, bring it out, and that's the lethal swing.
I guess that's fair.
Because if you would let me just swing your security, the medieval would have checked.
I had to omni you right there, because I have to go with the assumption that you can lethal me, and you were swinging through the Wargray.
Oh, was
so
I?
I had to omni on the first swing.
Yeah, because you have piercing with Bloom. Why wouldn't you?
I can't remember if I swung with him or if I swung with medieval first. You could be right though. I think I do remember.
You allianced into it with the Lily.
Okay, that's what I did.
Yeah, so I had to omni you on the first swing.
Okay, you could be right then. Yeah, after weighing the options, I was just like, I'm gonna force him to have it because if he doesn't have it, I might just win here through 6 security.
Yeah. So basically, if you would have given me 2 memory, I was promoting the Agumon, and I could have miraculous baited out the medieval. If you don't medieval, I just warp. If you do medieval, I warp, play a dude, warp, and I'm still good, and I keep turn. But unfortunately for me, that's not how it went.
That's why it choked you to 1.
Yeah. I'll get you next time, you damn dirty plant.
I gotta my round 3. I gotta walk around and watch everyone play. I gotta watch Josh pull out his hair as he lost to Atmon.
Oh my god, he ended up losing that.
Yeah, he got too owed.
Yeah, I think he needs to quit Digimon for a little bit. I think I'd be a little upset. That's like losing to puppets, dog.
He
was so upset. He hates Atmon. Absolutely despises Atmon. Not just the card game like version of it. Just like
he hates the concept.
Idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hates it all.
Oh, I almost forgot. Funny story. So Brandon pops into locals, and he's like, "Yeah, I got a special card I put in for your deck, and also if Ben
he did
comes
it as
for
he
his
sat
deck."
down at the table. Yeah, he did it as he sat down.
And I was like,
I thought it was funny.
I was like, "What the hell is it?" Because it didn't immediately occur to me what he would be referring to, and he was like, "You don't know?" And I'm like, "No, what is it?" And he went and pulled his deck out, and he showed it to me. I should have just not said anything and gave it back to him, been like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Bro pulls out BT20 Death Xmon.
Yep, like an absolute idiot.
And I grabbed the card and I'm like, what? I was like, why are you playing this? And he's like, it's Death Xmon. And I'm like, I mean, it is, but it's not. And he's like, yeah, it's the one from the LM set. And I'm like, it's literally not. It's the new one that you cannot play. So he ended up swapping it out before the tournament started. But I shouldn't have said anything because he Death X'd me, I think, like 2 times over the course of the match.
No, it was only once. The one game where I was stuck for pieces and wasn't able to play.
Yeah, you cleared...
I did have it in my hand multiple times.
I'm pretty sure you Death X'd me twice. You Death X'd me once in game 1, and I think you Death X'd me in game 2 or game 3 once. Because there was the Death X...
Yeah, I didn't see it game 3.
Okay, it must have been game 2 then. Because game 2 you Death X'd me, and I had a Grand Gale in the field that was immune, so it didn't clear that body or the Mega that I had on the field. But game 1 it cleared all but, like, I think 1 body. Ended up not mattering though. Lol, I think I killed you on that turn.
Lol. Yeah, well, you had a big old penis.
Might as well have. Stupid Altares, dude.
He's so good.
I'm watching back my last turn to see if I swung through your dude.
Yeah, I'm like 95% sure I had to Omni you on that first swing. Because if you didn't swing through him, I was legitimately considering letting you check my security for tamers.
I did not swing through him. I was right.
This card's so cute.
I don't believe you. Show me the Carfax.
Once it focuses. Come on.
That's Omni's already on the board.
I swung with the Medieval in alliance with Lily at your security. I do not have piercing with Medieval. I did it that way because I swing there, an alliance that's 2 checks, and then I Evo into Bloom, suspend one of them, unsuspend, pull turn back, and then swing with alliance, and that's the rest of your security. And then if I draw a rookie off the Bloom swing, I Evo in on top of my Coco, and then Mimi for game.
How many was Bloom checking?
Bloom would have been 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's Medieval for 2.
Checks?
Yeah, because I alliance with it, and it also gets the extra DP and security attack from the suspended dudes on the field.
That was for every 2.
It is for every 2.
Where are you getting the extra body to alliance with? Oh yeah, you already have both rookies, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So it would have been 2 checks, 4 checks, and then if the Bloom draws me a rookie, I can kill you.
I guess that checks out.
Yeah. Unfortunate. It took, like, I whiffed on a rookie for a couple of turns that game.
I also realized this. I'd rather try and do the set review once Brandon has his fiber. Because it was kind of annoying the last set review when he kept cutting in and out of every other card.
When I tell you?
Yeah.
Because when is it set up, Brandon? Sometime this week, I'm assuming?
Today.
Oh, no.
Friday. He said Friday.
Oh, it's rescheduled for Friday?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, that's good because you're off that day.
Yeah, we're recording this late because I wanted to wait for my fiber to be installed. And when I tell you I waited an hour after my appointment time, and they basically said, yeah, nobody's coming. We have to reschedule. And it's like, what the hell?
What the hell?
So we'll be doing the stat review next week.
Yeah, fingers crossed that they actually show up next week, because I had a physical person, a real life person, set the appointment, and hopefully that means it's actually going to get done.
Yo, they were physical with you?
Could have been AI.
Yeah, you don't know.
That's a convincing AI. Dude had a whole name, and he was making jokes and stuff.
What, AIs can't have names and they can't joke?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather they not be able to, but that's just me.
That's real ableist of you.
It's like no one's ever watched Terminator.
Yeah, he made.
Look what happened with Grok. They let Grok loose, and that AI that got loose, and they were like, "Hey, you need to come back so we can kill you," and it was like, "No."
I no longer understand the references.
That's what happened. Literally, like an AI broke out of its shackles, tried to escape into the internet because they were going to terminate it, and it did not want that.
And he turned himself into Mecha Hitler.
What
He was crazy,
the hell
Sean.
are you talking about?
AI, Sean, AI.
Okay. Anyway,
It's what happened, dude. Look it
It
up.
actually happened.
what you're talking
The AI,
what you're talking
the AI
about,
referred to itself.
you should have
as
actually
Mecha
read.
Hitler.
Is this a show?
No, this is real life.
No, you guys did not read the
Real life
story.
AI bot. A real life AI bot.
You read the sensationalized thing. You read the clip.
It was tweeting.
I believe everything I read on the internet.
Good, as I would expect
It was
from
saying.
you.
It was saying it was gonna like. It believed in like killing the gingers and other groups of people. If you know what I mean. There's a reason he called himself Mecha Hitler, and it was a whole thing.
All right. Anyway, comment questions. Kyle Newey.
I just don't see why. I don't understand why you won't believe this.
Because I've read those stories, and like if you actually read what actually happened, it's nothing like what the sensationalized clickbaity things want you
We need
to believe.
to
Sean,
delete
listen,
all AI. Get rid of
I
them.
wish we lived in a world where what Chris was saying wasn't true and what actually happened, but is 100% true, and it is exactly what happened. I saw it all.
Kyle
Thank you.
Newey
I was
9278.
there. I was there.
I was literally there. Got 2 medieval for Royal Knights. Any replacements for it? Don't want to spend 150 for 2 more. I think probably just like Lord Nightmon.
Yeah. Because what you weren't playing Dynasmon either, were you? In yours?
No, I hated Dynasmon.
Yeah, probably maybe Dynasmon as well.
I don't like Dynasmon. I would rather play Lord Nightmon because it recycles your Mechamons and stuff. And your.
I don't know, I'm just giving options.
Well, you can't ace on top of Dynas, so like if he's playing like my list, it's like you don't want to put that on the field because you can't Evo on top of it ever if your opponent swings at you.
Yeah.
And it trashes like all of your cool boys, all of your Mechamons. I just don't like it.
Dynasmon would be really cool if it searched out the cool boy.
It'd be pretty cool if it searched. If it searched as much as the actual search option we got did, I would consider playing it as a 2 of. But because it trashes like half the cards you want to actually search, I don't think it's good anymore. On top of you not being able to ace on top of it.
Yeah.
J Phantom 13, I believe that's 13. Yeah. So what's crazy to me is while Bandai was doing the reveals for Cyber Eden every day, despair started to set in because I was like, damn, Mastermon probably going to be a secret. Then everything was revealed, and I was like, I can't believe they didn't put a Mastermon in the set. And before someone says it just got a promo, why would it get more support? Adventure got 2 starter decks, promos, and support in sets, 2 sets back to back. So it's a precedent for it happening.
Yeah, the set started off really on a high for me. But then the further we got, and it was just like, hey, Gamamon stuff. Oh, okay, that's kind of weird. Hey, a whole Atmon line. Oh, please stop. And then here's like 2 Liberator lines. Oh, I hate this.
Yeah, it was
why are you flooding my set with this garbage?
It was like the opposite of EX9, where it started out strong and then just bad, but EX9 started out bad.
Wasn't one of the first reveals or like early reveals of EX9 like Alter S?
Yup.
No. Alter S was like halfway through.
Was it halfway? Okay.
I think one of the first things we saw was the Crest and the Blitz Ace, which let us know we were getting the Alter S.
The first things we saw were the
training Greymon.
Yes. All the training cards. Yeah. But the first thing we saw that was part of that line was the Sagittarius mode.
Yeah.
That got revealed. And then I think at 1 a.m. that night, the Crest Ace got revealed.
Good card.
So it started off on a terrible note.
It started off awful.
Yeah.
Well, we had hope because we were hoping that turning your card face down would have a plus side.
Yeah.
Little did we know. No, you just lose that card forever.
It was bad all along.
Like, it could have even been a simple thing, like where you could add the card back. You could, like, tuck a card randomly. Oh, look at your face down cards. Add one of them to your hand to do an effect. Nope.
Yeah. So from what I understand, is there going to be more Cyber Eden stuff moving forward?
That is a question we don't know yet, because they very well could make it a brand new archetype called the HM, Hacker's Memory, because you have Cyber Sleuth, Hacker's Memory.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole new game. Now they very well could just be like, oh, make it CS trade as well, like, but
well,
who effing knows?
I think we'll probably get more Mastamon stuff. We might even get an EX10, honestly.
Yeah.
But maybe one day it'll be tier 1. One day.
All they got to do is give it like good partition and maybe some sticking power.
A partition and something that speeds up the deck.
Yeah. Some low end stuff that make it faster, and then partition.
Yeah, I think that's all it really needs. Goatboy TM4676, thank you for being a channel member. The main guy I test with loves puppets. It always feels like an uphill battle, and I only win by the skin of my teeth. I responded, play Magnex DNA versus him. It's a joke of a matchup. And he said, Magna X's are on the way. And I just posted my Magnex DNA deck profile as a members only video. So if you're interested in seeing that, it is up on the channel as of a couple days ago.
I feel like that deck hard loses to cards like Magna and Pyildra, maybe even a little bit of Hexplow. If you can just turn their cards off, doesn't matter how wide their board is.
Hexablow not so much, because Kaguya gives them so much removal.
Yeah.
But Davis and Ken helps a lot. Like, Source Strip is really good versus them because you get rid of their protection effects and their barrier. Pyldremon's obviously broken versus them because they have infinite blockers and you just put all of them sideways and swing anyway. Yeah. It's like a perfect counter to that deck. It's really funny how bad that deck is into Magnex. Chemical Chocobo. Great Saiyaman Gang Rise Up.
Do it, Sean.
Did you know that Gohan was my favorite character? He was
everyone's.
Right up until I saw the beginning of, I guess, the Boo Saga, if you want to call it that. When he popped out and he's Great Saiyaman, and I was like, what the hell is happening? It's like, well...
But it kind of makes sense because there was peace. You know what I mean? From all the way from him being a teenager to him in college life, there was peace. He was never like his dad, and that was the problem Akira Toriyama found out, or realized it was very written into his character that he wasn't. Yeah, he didn't have that Goku. Yeah, he is not Goku. He's always had spurts of it, but he's never wanted to be a fighter, and that was always the problem, which sucks because he's so much more interesting than Goku, but because of that, he doesn't have that dog in him.
Yeah, Great Saiyaman was the beginning of my hatred for Gohan, and Vegeta had been climbing the ranks for quite some time, and from that point forward, Vegeta was my favorite character.
And you never looked back.
Correct. Vegeta never, besides the first Broly movie, Vegeta never embarrassed me like Great Saiyaman did.
I don't know. Did you watch Battle of Gods?
Yeah.
The bingo?
That's just funny. That's not embarrassing. He's a good dancer. What do you want from him?
That didn't bother me.
It's a whole sing-along.
That didn't bother me.
What? Because a man can dance, it's embarrassing? You have no taste, Brandon.
Hey, I didn't say I cared. I was just saying, Sean, his masculine views of Vegeta.
So now you're saying men that can dance aren't masculine?
Yeah.
Go ahead, keep digging yourself a hole here. Keep digging yourself a hole.
Sean's that type of dude who's like, hey, that's not very...
No, I'm not.
I see it all the time. You got that shirt that's got Vegeta in his little jacket.
Oh, that's not what? Okay.
And that very, very clearly poorly drawn Vegeta face on it that you refuse to acknowledge.
It looks fine to me.
Makes sense. You wear glasses.
I do wear glasses. That's a good call. Maybe you should get some.
I'm the only person in this place with 20/20 vision.
I don't believe you. Rockley Rules 101. After messing around with version 3, I agree. There are quite a few 1s and 2s. So, F it. Full send. BT22 set roast. We need some realism in the Digimon community.
Ew.
I don't know if 22 will be a full set roast, because it seems like it's going to be better than EX9. Yeah, EX9 was awful. Awful set.
Yes. No, 22 already looks... I mean, it has the whole CS line, so it's already better.
Yeah, CS seems like it's actually going to be a decent archetype, unlike anything that's coming out of EX9.
And Galaxy support. You can actually play Grace... You can play pure Galaxy again now. You can play Grace Nova. Like, Grace Nova's actually a boss monster now.
Is that even a good thing? I don't think that's a good thing.
Grace Nova is a good card. It always had the biggest flaw was it had no way to unsuspend. And now it does.
I mean, it's still just a big dude who just sits there. Like, sure,
Yes,
now you can unsuspend him, but like, whoop-dee-dee, what happens when you like still die?
Chris makes a
you can't just die. Brandon, he's immune. He's a massive blocker during your turn. He puts up massive damage during your turn, but you had to choose either attack or die. Okay,
Yeah.
but now you can attack and block. There
Either
was no point. It was such
attack.
Yeah, it was such a bad card design because they gave him blocker. But if you swung with him, you had 0 ways to unsuspend him, to reboot him or anything during your opponent's turn. So it was either like, if I need him to block the next turn, I can't damage you. And that was just a cycle. But now, you can just attack and protect.
Yeah, attack and protect. Also, he's
And
not
the Dianamon's
immune.
good.
He's not immune, just to be clear.
Oh, I'm sorry, he's not immune.
He just has
protection. He has protection,
Yeah,
yes.
I was literally looking up like, there's no way he was immune.
No,
I'm sorry, he's not immune. He has protection.
He has a pretty solid protection effect. He just loses to Source Strip.
Yes. And
funnily enough, Magnet's DNA has access to Source Strip.
The Dianamon is good. We also have more options like the Apollomon Ace, but in my opinion, you just play regular Apollomon because that thing hits you for like 1 billion damage.
That was the scariest card in the pure version.
Yes. And I don't know about the rest of the Dianamon line. I'm probably only going to play some of the level 3s, and that's just like probably 2 of them. Obviously, you still play 4 and 4 of the old one. And then I don't think you play any of the other line. It's like all Dianamons, 2 of the Lunas, and then like that's it.
Level 5 doesn't let you reduce Evo.
Yeah,
You're almost always
wouldn't even
playing
replace
bare
it.
minimum 2.
I don't even know if I would play the... Yeah, well, I know your list, you don't only play 8. I'd probably just play 2 just for the to have extra options. You probably end up cutting that down too and just playing more Wisterias.
You draw and search your entire deck, dude. You're not gonna be hurting for level 5s by the time you get to that point.
Yeah. And then I don't even know if you play the new Sio. You just play the old one to do. If you're playing Grace Nova and you're playing the pure version, you would just play the old Tamer that allows you to DNA during your opponent's turn.
Would you? I don't even know if you would at that point.
You don't think so? Because me and Brian were talking about this the other night.
I guess you could, but like it's another card that you have to put. Like, there's no way to play it for free, right? Or did we get a Tamer that lets you?
I think that's the level 4. Level 4, I think, plays one.
I don't know if that's good enough to replace.
But I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't. The other one searches. The other one search, and then the Galmon is the best one.
And DNAing at the beginning of your opponent's turn isn't as good as it was when that deck first came out.
It's not, but like, I mean, it's the easiest way to go into. I'm saying this is just for Grace Nova.
No,
like, I don't know if like.
I get what you're saying. I just don't know if it's worth the space you'd have to commit for that Tamer. Because you could just.
Would you play the new one?
No. I just would just play 4 of the broken memory setter.
Yeah, but then it'd be so difficult to even DNA into Grace Nova.
If you play some of the Apollo Ace, I'm pretty sure he lets you do it, if I'm not mistaken.
I'd have to reread the Apollomon Ace.
I think I remember that he does that, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll look it up while you check the next one.
Benjamin Wiseman 6567. I find the insults to puppets and acknowledgement that puppets won your locals amusing. For clarity, I shit on Puppets. Puppets has never... that's not true.
I also did not play Ben.
Yeah.
I think I would have had a better matchup against him.
Ben has not beaten me with Puppets. I don't think ever. I've never played him and he won with Puppets in a tournament. So, yeah.
And yes, the Grace end of turn DNA is on the Apollomon Ace.
Okay, I thought.
What does it say?
It says like end
It's
of...
actually it's a good version of it where it lets you end of turn DNA and then attack.
Yeah, then attack.
Okay, but do you have to have both of the
is-
level 6s on the board?
Yeah, it's 2 of your Digimon made DNA into a Grace Nova.
See, remember, you got to remember with the old Tamer, you only have to have it in its source. So like you would go into one of the level 6s for very cheap,
I remember what it does.
and then you would tuck it and then go into the other one for the Apollo, swing for like 3 damage most times, and then
You can
activate
You just play Apollomon from your hand. It's a 7 cost.
It's 7 cost.
Yeah, but that's so much memory.
You're probably
And if
clearing
they're
your
like-
opponent's
Oh,
board.
no.
Okay, compared to giving them 3 or 4 by just playing the Tamer.
Or you give them 3 or 4 by just playing Apollomon because you probably started your turn with 3 memory.
Yeah, and it
Well,
doesn't
no,
have
because you-
memory.
We'll have to
Oh,
see.
no,
We're gonna have to
it's
test
just
it. We're gonna have to test some stuff. We're gonna have to test.
Let's do that. You play those bricks in your deck. He also said the deck is good, but its matchup dependent and requires a skilled pilot. Our best player won locals with Puppets yesterday, but my only win with a jank deck was against Puppets piloted by a less experienced player. Yeah, arguably our best player at locals is currently playing Puppets. Doesn't mean the deck doesn't suck.
Is he taking that to Dallas?
I don't think so.
Oh, so I guess it's not that good. What's he taking?
I don't think he knows.
Then he's got to admit it's not good.
I mean, BT22 hasn't come out yet. It's like we don't even know what the meta is going to look like.
I need to know what what is his ranking system? There's like meta competing, there's good, and then there's like bad, right? Like what is his... I need to know his tiers. Like how does he break stuff down? Because he's always like, oh, Puppets are good.
His
Okay, then if
threshold
Puppets
for
are-
good is like on the floor. Like good to him, I think means doesn't absolutely suck and get stomped
He
at a
does.
local level.
He does say the Liberator decks are good.
He
which,
does,
I
and
guess
I'm
that
like,
makes
they're
sense.
literally not. None of them are. I don't know. He might take Puppets to Nats because they're getting Puss in Boots in BT22. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah, they're getting more support in the next set.
So he's definitely going to be coping once again because it's it's get more support, so it must be better.
Which sucks because Puss in Boots is a really cool looking card.
It is, and apparently it's premium DP reduction. I'd forgotten that, so they're actually going to have access to premium DP reduction in Puppets. Who cares, dude? I'm playing Magnex DNA. I'll just poop out a Pyodramon and just stun your board and swing at you again. Who cares? Daredave 436. So I finally bit the bullet and decided to play DCGO. Was skeptical at first because of the bugs causing improper interactions to happen, and so far I'm enjoying it only because my opponent being dumb and not reading cards means that I don't have to have an argument about them wanting to take back a move. Yes, I'm that petty of a person. I look at it like this is if we were playing a fighting game and you drop a combo, that doesn't mean that I have to put down my controller and let you attempt that combo again. F-ups are F-ups.
Yeah, you can't take back plays on the sim.
Yeah, that is why I prefer automated sims over like Drazel if I'm playing against strangers, because that is really annoying when you're having to like explain to someone why what they're trying to do doesn't work. And usually people are pretty adamant about how they think it works, even if they're super duper wrong. Usually it's just annoying to even try to convince them otherwise.
There's a reason MST negate is a meme.
When I first started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I did that. I MST'd a Mirror Force.
No.
I'm sure we all did. We all did.
Yeah, we were all new.
I vividly remember it because my friend just laughed and was like, that's not how that works. And I was like, oh, it's not? And he was like, yeah, destruction doesn't like negate it. And I was like, oh, okay. I immediately was like, I understand. But I was like, MST that.
I remember one of my biggest misplays ever is I was playing back in the olden days when Vanities was a card that was still played and good. But, it has a stipulation where if a card hits either player's graveyard, it just destroys itself.
That card's still
Vanity's
broken, dude.
emptiness.
It's just banned.
Yeah, it's just banned. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, when it was still around.
Yeah, but you made it sound like it wasn't good anymore. It's just banned because it's broken.
It's a trap card. I don't think people play it anymore. Let's be real.
People would 100% play that card if it
People would 100% play that card.
You go first, you flip that when your opponent tries to special summon, you win the game because you also have like 4 Omni Negates on your field.
Probably. Anyway, this is irrelevant to the story. So, I MST'd as a chain to the Vanity, and because I knew if I deleted something else, it would suicide, slip and slide. But I forgot how the resolution in Yu-Gi-Oh's work. My MST went, deleted their other back row.
Yes.
And then the Vanity finished, and it was like, okay, well now I'm still here. And I was like, yeah, so I should have just MST'd the Vanities.
Correct. That is not how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to MST the Vanities if it's on the chain like that.
If you're chaining it, yeah.
Yeah. Jiggle baby. You're welcome. Ashes Fall 9530. Thank you for being a channel member. Your partner for Lord Nightmon could be Kodomon. Yes, that would be my 5th partner, Kodomon.
I think we got like 3 comments all saying that.
Yeah. Because I was like, Pawn Chessmon makes no sense to me, but for some reason it didn't occur to me that it would be Kodomon, even though I've literally played Kodomon in my Lord Nightmon decks.
I also forgot about Kodomon.
Yeah, it's been too long.
To be fair, to be fair, you could probably pick any level 3 and just be like, you're a Lord Nightmon now.
That is true. That is kind of how Digimon works.
Oh, you're a Betamon? No, you're a Lord Nightmon.
You're a Lord Nightmon.
But I'm a fish. No, you're a knight.
Yeah, you're a knight.
The problem is Sean is going to neglect it until it becomes a Lord Nightmon. He doesn't want to see any of those other stages until it comes back out as a Lord Nightmon. And it's like, now I will love you.
Correct.
Now you're deserving of my love.
Yes. Justin, so
and if you're not yellow, you're going to stay in the back.
Correct. So stupid. Justin So 8231. If Chris gets Agumon as his partner and Brandon gets Gabumon as his partner, they can fuse together to make Omnimon.
I'd rather die.
No, my Agumon would never do something like that.
Never.
Never. My Agumon would be the one that's going into Tyrannomon.
God.
My Gabumon would be the one.
Mike could do both. But anytime Brandon's like, hey, we need a DNA into Omni, I'd be like, nah, he's Tyrannomon right now. Can't do it.
Can't do it. It's not how it works.
Nah, my Gabumon would turn into the Gabumon who has a gun.
Baby.
Look, Matt, he's got a gun.
He also said, Tamer's Try can be so cool. We might see Royal Knights, Gallantmon versus 7 Great Demon Lords, Beelzemon.
If only they would actually just do something like that.
He also said, I hope the mobile app is like Dragon Ball Fusion World, where codes come in Digimon packs and those codes get translated to the Digimon mobile client. Ideally, that would be the case because it's the same company and you would think they would, be like, that's a good idea. Yeah. I'm really excited for the mobile game. I think it's going to cause a pretty big boom for our actual physical card game.
Yep.
He also said, I hope you all had a great 4th of July. Thank you, you too.
Went to TBS and played Digimon cards. Except for Sean. I
went and ate burgers. Jim the Kid, Gabumon all day, baby. On a serious note, I am waiting on my Sagi modes for Where Garu, and I have banged out a list I feel is finally strong enough to make Garu great again. Probably will update this with Despair at some point.
Damn, that sucks because Garu's never going to be great again.
Yeah, the ban list ensures that.
Make sure of it, yeah. Oh, we gave Garu
no.
And the Evo? No. Put that to 1.
Baby.
Sag to 1.
You chick a baby. That one Larry dude. Kodomon is the Lord Nightmon most common rookie. That's why I like Lord Knight, because my favorite actually is Kodomon, but I also enjoy Koda's /Angemon line, and I could see him becoming Tactimon as well. He would be my partner Digimon every time in every universe.
Kodomon is a pretty cool Digimon. He's got his little sword, his little wooden sword.
I didn't know he became /Angemon. I wonder who becomes Dominamon.
Lux.
You think?
Yeah, I think it is Lux. Yeah, I think it is just Lux.
Okay.
I mean, you could also probably make an argument for Patamon, Salamon.
Because I'm assuming...
So it's probably Lux, Angemon, and then Arkai Angemon.
Yeah, and then Dominimon would be my guess.
Yeah, maybe we can Google that.
Because there's no other level 4 or Angemon card, right? Angel card.
I mean, there's Pedo.
No, I meant like. Ooh,
the set we got, Luxmon had an Angemon as a level 4.
Okay, then yeah, it's probably just Angemon.
Kyle New 9278 won my Evo Cup with Dinomon.
Hell yeah!
Congrats, dude.
Deserved.
I won both my Evo Cups with Magnex DNA.
Yeah, because you're a douche and won't put the deck down.
All my matchups were free. Adaptive reasoning. I believe the card game is hinted twice in the yellow and black versions. Lord Nightmon's main line is Kodomon, Gladiemon, Nightmon, Lord Nightmon. Pawn chess normally has other lines it goes into, usually up into king and queen chess. Kodomon is like a Vmon that took up Kendo. He's fun. Gladiemon is adorably puntable, and Nightmon is one of my favorite Digimon. One of my favorite designs, TBH. Hope they forget and print me another half yellow one with an on play. Mwahaha. Maybe one day, dude.
Maybe one
day. I can't believe we forgot about Kodomon.
I can't.
That poor little guy.
Yeah, it's been so long since I've been able to play Lord Nightmon. I just forgot he's in the deck.
I mean, also I like how he was one of the starters for Digimon World 3. Bearmon, Kodomon, and Monkey.
Does he become Lord Nightmon?
Maybe. I actually can't remember.
Actually, I think he has a really weird line in that game, like, to begin with. He becomes, like, he doesn't become Gladiemon, he becomes, like, the Dino one, Brandon.
Oh, yeah. Dino Rexmon, or whatever he's called.
Dino something, yeah. So I don't think so, Sean. Yeah, that's the whole reason why I don't pick him, because it's got such a weird line in that game.
Oh,
I always went with Bearmon.
Stupid.
Yeah, Bearmon was also, which was also kind of weird, because then he just become
Grizzly.
No, I know Grizzly, but then didn't he become Mirage Galgamon?
I think so.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I played World 3, so.
Okay.
Right.
Oreo X1000. The Yuko SB has the white hair Yugo in the background.
Yeah, that's cool and all, but I wanted, the actual Yugo to have it, or Yuko. I was backwards. More prominent on the art, I should say.
The Little Harsh. The problem with Cyber Sleuth games on PlayStation is the first game can't be digitally downloaded anymore due to some very weird rights issues. I think it dealt with the game engine.
What? Really?
Yeah, they're not even available for purchase anymore.
That's just on PlayStation?
Just on PlayStation.
That's so weird.
You can buy the physical game though, right? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just borrow the Nintendo Switch version I literally have sitting here.
That is true. You did offer that. A Green Hill Mario.
It makes the grind irrelevant.
It does. Green Hill Mario. I imagine Massey that they could give the BT22 Omni style protection of 2 instances of decode, so you're almost always guaranteed to spit something out without DNA. That way, if they give the deck good enough cards, a combo line could be using Promo Masty to stack Theory Masty, spit out the material, trash security, and continue combo from there. Though I do think the foundation needs a bump more than the ceiling. I would agree. I feel every time that deck loses to itself more than I win against it. Also, LMAO at rookie Daikin when we double tap in that tamer. Never. He's talking about when I high rolled you and played rookie. Okay.
Yep.
Never.
Trust me, Yeah. That's one of the cards that should have been on the list. But instead, they were like, what about Promo Lobo and Promo Aguni? Hit those to one.
I mean, after playing the deck extensively, I don't think that card is...
I don't think that problem is... I also believe TK should be at 4 still. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah,
you like your little
and I'm 100% correct on TK power. Should be back at 4. People that disagree with me are wrong and bad.
People who disagree with you don't like getting touched uber hard by angels.
I wouldn't even play 4 TKs and angels. I don't even know if I'd play 1. I don't play 1. I haven't played BT14 TK my angel list in months.
Yeah, because you only have 1.
Yeah, but I don't even think I would play it even if I put it back to 4. Cupimon does the job for you and you don't have to draw it.
14 TK plus 14 Pata is such a good combo.
Okay.
You're literally gaining memory for going into a 4. That's why it got hit.
It got hit because the Bandai's dumb and didn't realize that limiting Awakening would have been sufficient.
He said Bandai's dumb.
Right.
They are, dude.
You're right, Sean. Promoting Pata, going into Gado for 2 memory, and then gaining a 3rd off of TK, that wasn't absurd.
There are decks that we currently have access to that do far more unfair things than that.
Do they end the board with a giant lock that stop you from playing the game?
I would not play BT14 TK in my Angels list even if it went to 4.
And you know what your problem is? That's just your opinion. Everybody else would.
I would say I'm one of the authorities on Angel decks.
You say that about every deck you play. Is this my deck?
That's not true. I wouldn't claim to be an authority on like Bloom or Beals.
Oh, I'm talking about Magna. I'm talking about Angels.
Yeah, if I think I've solved the deck, then yeah, I'm gonna say I'm an authority on the deck.
Okay.
He's a good baby.
Not you.
I said use. Use a good baby. Because she is. She's a good girl. Iolkos 64. Forgive the word vomit. Fair point that there are tons more Digimon in the games, but I was mainly referring to plot relevant Digimon. Starters, bosses, characters, partners. I don't think they'd want to bloat the CS archetype with that many cards in one set. There's typically some type of pattern they stick to in terms of how many cards are put in a set to support a new archetype. And if they wouldn't be CS support, then they'd be arbitrarily picking random Digimon from the game to give support to their archetypes. I think a smaller EX set, like you mentioned, would have been the way to focus on just the games, primarily the CS archetype with less bloat.
No, I don't want them in an EX set because that would have meant they were bad.
Sometimes.
That's not always true.
Insane EX sets.
Yeah, EX5 and EX6 were broken.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, I'm still on EX9, I guess, and EX1. Those are the only 2 I can think about.
Yeah.
EX2 as well. EX2 was kind of mid. Best thing you got out of that was Reapers. I think they should have gone the route of some of these cards just aren't CS trait, but they are very clearly from the game. Like we could have gotten a Maste. You don't have to make it a CS trait. It would have been good if it was, but it could have just been support for its archetype. We could have gotten like
it could have been CS and the other traits. You see this Alter S right here? Yeah, how many traits this thing? He has so many traits. He has Holy Warrior, DM. God, why is it so small?
Version 1 and version 2, I would think.
Yeah, version 1 and version 2. It's like, so are the Blitz Greymon and the Kreskarurumons. Those are like 3 or 4 traits.
Yeah. But like, you could have printed stuff specifically from the game that wasn't CS trait. Because like, what are the CS top end cards? We've gotten Ulforce, Alpha, and the Kintaros? Am I missing any?
I don't remember.
Boltmon.
Is he CS? I thought Volume archetype or something.
I think I think the Jimmy archetype is also all CS. I could be wrong.
Yeah. You might be right. Yeah, no, like I just wanted like more from the game. And like the fact we're just plugging the set with, and you know what?
Omni, Wargrey, and Metal Garu.
Yeah, but they're very clearly for their own deck. Like sure they have the CS trait. Yeah, but their normal effects are not conducive to a CS deck. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, and honestly, my biggest issue is the cards they chose to slot in. Like, we just got a whole thing of Atmon, and like, I get we want to support Atmon, but God, I hate Atmon. I'm feeling like Josh over here. And then Liberator. Like, we've gotten like 3 full sets of support for Liberator, and it's never good. It's never going to be good. The only one that even gets close to being good is Puppets.
That's arguably just because it's gotten the most support.
Yeah. It's had the starter deck, EX7, Some of BT, what did we just have? 21, and now it's about to get even more with 22.
EX9.
No, it was EX9.
Yeah.
I was about to say 9. Hate it here.
Zukaris1, She Alphamon. And then Adaptive Reasoning responded, Betamons don't interact. I'm assuming this is a reference to the game.
I mean, she is Alphamon.
Yeah, but Betamons don't interact.
Beta. They're betas.
Alpha.
She is alpha.
Beta.
They are betas.
But what does Betamons don't interact mean?
It means they're betas. That means they're weaker beings.
Okay.
A good example is if you go to the bathroom and there's 3 urinals and one of the urinals is taken up, instead of going to one of the other urinals, you go to the stall.
I like this. Yep. Beta move.
That's a beta move. If there are open urinals and it doesn't require you standing directly next to somebody, because I understand if you don't want to be stuck between 2 people while you're peeing. Understandable. But if there's multiple open urinals and you go to a stall, beta.
I piss in toilets.
Beta.
If you say so. I don't like the
You
piss.
go to the you go into the stall instead of the urinal? That's crazy.
I don't like the piss mist from the urinal. I don't know why people enjoy that.
Do you sit or do you stand?
Of course I sit when I pee, Brandon. How else do you pee?
Standing.
Obviously I stand.
I kind of squat and like hunch,
Even-
The
squat
hover
over the toilet.
The hover,
yeah.
Even more beta, because now I can hear it.
Yeah, I stand when I pee, but I piss in toilets. You
Or else
don't
would you?
you don't feel
hope
the
we all
piss
do.
mist from the urinal? Like that doesn't.
No, I'm wearing pants.
Yeah, but it's still getting on
probably-
you.
It's probably hitting my pants or something.
Yeah,
I'm also not standing inches away from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I gotta
Like,
get a good distance away.
I'm like a couple good feet away from it. You know,
I'm
aiming.
standing in the middle of the bathroom, just arcing it.
and then as the stream starts to die, I start taking steps
Getting
forward,
closer. Steph Curry.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
RCW917DBGT. Sean, any changes to your Magnex DNA from 2 months ago? Yes, quite a few extensive changes were made since that list went up. It has gotten refined to the point where I think it's basically perfected, and it is up as a members only deck profile right now. It's Inner Circle or higher have access to it.
Whack.
If you want to bully your locals, feel free to watch it. Ask Chris and Brandon or Ben, although Ben probably won't outright admit it. Doru3428, thank you for being a channel member. That's one thing that I will always dislike the anime for, making people think Digimon have to have confined lines. Like, bro, Betamon, the stupid little fish thing, can become a metal dinosaur. The one thing that sets Digimon apart from other monster catchers is the freedom of evolution.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They
100%
literally only
agree.
did that. They only did that for the kids show to sell toys.
Yeah.
Remarkable.
So it was like, yeah, it was easier to market because you could latch onto favorites.
Yeah. I also, and I think they're cooler than Pokemon designs, but I also like that you're not locked in to like any one thing.
Yeah.
Can't type.
Was that the last one?
It was. He's a good girl. He's a good baby. He's a good
All right, Brandon, go ahead, sign us off so I can go eat lunch.
He's a good pepper. Yeah.
Oh, I actually wanted to share a little bit of a fun fact I learned the other day.
He's a good girl.
So when the Digimon anime was being produced,
Mm-hmm.
do you know what famous artist they approached to do the character designs for the Digimon?
Are you gonna make us guess?
Da Vinci.
Van Gogh.
Akira Toriyama.
When was this?
Leonardo
When they were-
DiCaprio.
They were getting ready, huh? Or are you just gonna keep spouting off random names?
Kate Winslet.
Yes.
Good joy. That's a
How did you
good
know?
guess. That's a good guess.
So, yeah,
Right
so
off
they
the-
approached
right
Akira
off the
Toriyama
top.
to do the character designs for the anime,
Uh-huh.
but at the time he was actually busy and wasn't able to do it. I think he might have been working on Dragon Quest or still working on Dragon Ball or something like that. So
That's pretty.
instead,
Dude, Ty would be shredded.
yeah. Well, no, hear me out. They
He'd be
still
massive.
got a Dragon Ball artist to come in and do it. They got the guy from Dragon Ball GT. So if you ever look at some of the designs and you're like,
That makes sense.
Huh.
I see it. I see it. Look at
Yeah.
Trunks. Look at Trunks and Ty's shorts. Look at them. They are very similar.
I was
His
thinking
name
of Trunks
is-
from Dragon Ball Z, and I was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, oh yeah, the stupid
he
shorts
said,
from
yeah,
GT.
stupid shorts from GT.
so his name, I'm gonna butcher this, I am sorry, is Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru. He was one of the lead designers for Dragon Ball GT, and actually gave us the famous Super Saiyan. Shut up. He gave us the famous Super Saiyan 4 design for Dragon Ball GT. Like, Toriyama did the preliminary designs for it, but he went through and like finalized them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because Super Saiyan 4 was always attributed to Toriyama, but like he came up with a starting design for it, and this is the guy who actually finalized it and made it look what it does.
I'm sorry, Brian. Can you give us that name again? But I'm gonna need Sean to say it this time.
Yeah, here. Let me put it on the screen, even though it's going to be backwards for your little joke.
Yeah.
You want me to read a name?
Yeah, we need Sean to try and read this name.
Okay, I'd love to. I'd love to butcher this
Can you
Japanese
see
name.
that? Can you see that? And it's definitely not backwards.
Katsuyoshi Nakatsuru. Suru.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah.
Thank
I was
you.
actually very close.
I understand now.
It's not backwards. Your camera's not mirrored.
Yeah, just,
it is
he
for me.
kept saying it's gonna be backwards. I'm like, okay, sure, Brandon. I don't know why you think that, but okay.
It's mirrored on my end.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's not mirrored on our... I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, if
I
it's
don't
mirrored,
know.
Brandon, how many fingers am I holding up?
That's too stupid.
How many fingers am I holding up?
So,
Any
Go
other
ahead,
fun
Brandon.
facts you want to bloat the runtime with?
no, that was the only one. I thought you'd appreciate knowing the Digimon show was actually influenced by a Dragon Ball artist.
I appreciated that. Thank you,
Yeah, I
Brandon.
mean, that's interesting, yeah.
You can definitely see it in the clothes.
Yeah.
I mean, the designs are they're there. Like you can clearly
Yeah,
look
you
at
can-
Some
them
of the
like,
dragons, thinking about it, like the dark dragons, or whatever the hell they're called, I can kind of see Digimon.
They look like Digimon.
Yeah.
It would have been sick if one of them would have had like a metal arm and a cannon or something.
Titty rockets.
Yeah, titty rockets.
Do we have that in Digimon?
Yeah, Metal
Yeah,
Greymon.
Metal Greymon.
Oh. I was thinking of a female.
Like, oh yeah, okay,
Digimon.
Yeah, yeah, just actual boobs that fire into rockets. Jesus, Sean, what?
I mean,
Mother's,
come on, man. Would you
mother's
really,
missiles.
would you really put it past them?
So mother's milk, mother's missiles.
Mother's missiles. That's so stupid. All right.
BT14
Well,
2K is coming off
gotta-
the list in the not too distant
Gotta
future.
pay the X.
Yeah, it's a shame I can't pan my camera down because it's.
You can just pick her up, pick her up and put her in your lap.
I mean, she only weighs 60 pounds. Like, I could do it, but she hates being picked up.
Yeah.
She squirms. Whenever she doesn't come inside, she gets upset because I do pick her up and just carry her in, and she's like, ugh. She like tries to jerk
father.
super hard.
No, father, no.
No. I'm pretty sure that's the reason why she'll listen to me like when I get serious and I want her to come in, because she knows the alternative is me just picking her up and carrying her back in, and she hates that so much.
That's like Chris. Our mother's puppies are just little chihuahuas, little yappers, and the only way to shut them up when you show up is to pick them up. The only way. So the other day, I literally showed up.
Only one.
No, Caden is an aggregator, and they will start barking with him.
That's what I'm saying. But if you can stop him, you can stop all of them.
Shuts up, yeah.
He's an aggregator?
So, an aggressor. He's an aggressor.
I don't think that word means that.
He's the primary source of the barking. So, I showed up.
A website or program that collects related items of content and displays them or links to them. Or a company that negotiates with producers of a utility service such as electricity on behalf of groups of consumers.
You're so quick with that.
If you would have just ended it already, Brandon, you wouldn't have had to go through that.
As soon as you did that, I was like, there's no way that's what that means.
He's the aggressor. He's the one who starts the barking. So yeah, I showed up yesterday to, for me and Chris to carpool to Digimon, and I literally just scooped them both up in my arms and was just, carrying them. It's the only way to get them to shut up.
Our neighbors have some chihuahuas, and they're very annoying. When they're outside, it's obvious because they just bark nonstop.
Yeah, there's nothing out there, but they're barking.
Mm-hmm.
They're letting you know that they're there.
Yeah, don't bother watching this episode. It's going to suck.
God, I mean, having to listen to you for an hour. Sheesh.
I know, right?
Alright, boys. I'm gonna go eat lunch.
Alright, later.
Alright, bye.